Hey everybody, how you doing today? I put this quick 4 or 5 minute video together because I do get a lot of emails from time to time, people asking me about the book trailers that are produced for my books and so on and so forth. Because as many of you may know, you may see that I post a lot of videos and book trailers. I found out years ago that you could literally spend tens of thousands of dollars if you write a lot of books, because the reality is, 67% people view videos over still images. So I'm a very big believer in short little 1 minute videos to get your point across because they're more interesting to watch. So after spending a godly amount of money, I said to myself, when I went to college, I majored in music education and business and minored in psychology, and then went on to be a fireman and a paramedic. So don't ask me how those two paths all came together. But I said to myself, I got to be able to do this myself and save a lot of money, which I did. But I had to spend a lot of money to make the investment on the computers and the programs and so on and so forth to do it. So when you do a book trailer or something like that, it's not just one program that does it. I'm very meticulous about how I do it. A lot of people at home have very fancy sound systems attached to their computer, so you have to make sure the sound system and your sound sounds good. I have a Bose system attached to mine that could blow me out of my studio. So basically, I have three computer screens. They're all 25-inch monitors, okay? And as you can see by the first one, the audio track for this last promo I'm doing is up on one screen. And then on the main screen is one video program that I use. And then on the third screen is a digitalized TV studio setup. The same thing that is actually done in a TV studio, but it's all done via software. So how does this all come together? Well, the first thing I do is I pick the music that I want to use. I process it. I make sure it's going to sound good, has good bass response, good highs, mid ranges, so on and so forth. And then I dump that, as you can see right down here where my cursor is, I dump those audio tracks in, and then I'll cut them, splice them, and put the music in the way I want, and I'll give you an idea how that's done afterwards. And then I drop all my media files in. What am I going to be using? What am I going to be showing? And then at some point in time, I have to create subtitles. Let me just scrub through this a little bit, and you can kind of see what happens. So when the video starts out, it's pretty basic. And then as you can see, some titles come in, some effects come in where the smaller moons are moving around the larger ones. And then I bring my book in, and this is my love story that was recently released about a month ago. And this is the 12th promo that I'm doing for it. And then I add fade effects. I've got a couple of different video clips that I put in, and I change the opacity and I superimpose them on one another. And then as it goes through, I'll fade in, fade out, add more effects, and start adding more text and so on and so forth. And as you can see here, I put in a little bit of a firework effect here. So once this whole thing comes together and I'm satisfied with it, then I'll dump it into the third program here, which I showed you earlier. And like I said, this is kind of a TV studio effect thing where if you have multiple cameras, which in this case are called inputs, you can start fading things back and forth to one another and so on and so forth. And then in this program is where I'll actually turn it into a widescreen, high resolution presentation when it's all done. It's quite a bit of an investment to do this, but I have to tell you over the years that it's probably saved me tens of thousands of dollars. This year here, I published 4 books, and there's probably 8 to 10 video promos for each book. So I don't want to tell you what that would have cost me if I had to farm that out like I used to many years ago. So anyway, let me just kind of give you an idea of how this all comes together in one particular spot where the video is superimposed and the music changes. And you'll be seeing me post this promo number 12 for When Two Worlds Collide probably shortly at some point in time. that just gives you an idea how those effects add in. And then I like to do some zooming in, zooming out, some warm effect type of stuff, which you'll see here. And then this beginning of 2019, I said, I started doing a lot of work for different authors and so on and so forth, and some 1-minute introductions for speakers. And I said, let me start a video production company. And that's what I did. I pretty much do my own stuff from my own books. Every once in a while, I'll do a job for a client. But we have a couple of part-time engineers that are friends of mine that I went to college with years ago that love doing this stuff. And actually, they're much better at it than I am. And I'm always picking their brains, to tell you the truth. So, our company logo goes at the end of everything we produce for me. We don't always put that in for our clients because sometimes they don't want that, and that's fine. But that's pretty much how a video book trailer comes together. I keep them all in about a minute. This way here they'll work on all social media platforms, because the one thing about video presentations, if you make them too long, people get bored with them, and they're going to shut them off and move on. So those of you that have sent me emails, hey, listen, love the emails, keep them coming. And I hope this short little presentation kind of showed you how we put it together. Have a wonderful day.